Hello everybody, welcome to episode 23 of Blyth Spartans, Rags to Riches. So today there's not a great deal to talk about. My job is very secure, things are going okay, a little bit inconsistent you could say. A little bit of luck is needed on our side. But today we play a live comp against Salford, so we'll get into that shortly. But first I want to talk about the results that we've had recently, and then 4 players that have really stood out for me, but really one in particular since he signed on the dotted line for Blyth Spartans. Like I said, today we play Salford away at Moor Lane in the live comp. They currently sit 17th in the league. Our last live comp was Solihull Moors and we did lose that game, so after that we went on to play Southport and we won 2-0 at home. Dan Maguire, still not quite the player he was since his injury that kept him out for a couple of months, but he has recently signed a new contract at the club. Andre Johnson also got in on the score sheet. Then we played Stalybridge at home. Matt Wolfenden getting an 81st minute goal before an Andre Johnson 91st minute equaliser pulled it back to a 2-2 draw. Then our squad showed some real quality. Halifax away, 2-0 down. They are currently sitting top of the league and we showed real balls and determination to get back into that. And we scored in the 73rd and 86th minute through Luke Charman and got ourselves a 2-2 draw, deservedly so, and we were fantastic. That showed real grit and determination to get a point out of that game. Then the FA Trophy Northern third round qualifying round, a Luke Charman double and a Dan Maguire goal, really in a game that saw us lose 4-3. We were behind all the time. We did concede late on, but we really didn't deserve anything out of that. And we just played Worcester at home. Matt Wolfenden getting a goal on the 54th minute. Unfortunately we got Michael Newbery sent off, so we kind of struggled, but a mistake from Danny Parker in the 81st minute led to the goal from Worcester, who was through one-on-one and he buried it in the bottom left hand corner to secure a draw. I feel a little bit hard done by, but we did play 40 odd minutes with 10 men. Now I did say in particular there were 4 players I wanted to talk about, and all of them have really made a big contribution to the club. So the first one we'll talk about in short detail is Michael Newbery. Now granted he's only played 8 games for the club, but in those games he's racked up a 7.10 average and he has been really fantastic, and so much so I believe this guy, the former Newcastle United youth player and the Northern Irish former under 17 player, Michael Newbery, I believe he can play at a much higher level, but on £60 per week I'm delighted to have him on board. Hopefully he can be a big part of the squad for years to come. Next up we had to mention the main man, Luke Charman. Coming in from Stalybridge, he's done really well, made 22 appearances so far, scoring 11 goals and getting 11 assists, so that is contributing to 22 goals in 22 games with a 7.24 average. Really is fantastic, and he's currently wanted by Aldershot. The third one is Andre Johnson. Now he's been with us since the first season, but in the second season he didn't really get much of a look in. Now this season he's scored quite a few goals. Scored 7 in I think 9 or 10 appearances this season, and I really now think that if I'd used him last season we could have done a lot more than what we did. He's really good, and maybe I underestimated him. His current ability and potential ability aren't really that good, but performance-wise he puts in a real good shift and gets goals. Finally, this guy. This is the guy I'm dedicating the episode 23 to. It's Matt Wolfenden, who we dub the Wolf. He's just played his 105th game for Blyth Spartans in various positions behind the striker, as a striker and out wide, and he's just notched his 50th goal for the club. We signed him for big bucks that put us in a bit of financial trouble from A.F.C. United of Manchester for £20,000. He did cost a lot, but he is quality, reliable to get goals and assists, and currently has 8 in 22, 9 assists in 22 and a 7.17 average this season. The Wolf is having this episode dedicated to him. Of course, come from FC United of Manchester, which gives me a quick excuse to plug my friend Paul from Football Manager Central, his series. Check that out on his YouTube. He's doing something that is called Creating a Legacy, and if you enjoy lower league saves like Blyth Spartans, make sure you check out his save on his channel, Creating a Legacy with FC United of Manchester. Briefly, I wasn't going to mention him, but I feel I had to. Of course, we turned down a 10k bid from Hibernian for Ben Blackman and a 6k bid from Walsall. He also had interest from Crewe Alexandra. He's 17 years old, he can play anywhere across the attack and midfield positions, but naturally on the right as a winger. He's played 72 games at the age of 17 and scored 13 goals for Blyth Spartans, and he's again currently wanted by Scottish side Hibernian. So hopefully we can keep him because he is a big part of the club in years to come. So here is the current league table after 19 games. 19 played, 9 wins, 4 draws, 6 losses, 34 scored, which makes us the second top goal scorer in the league, but we have conceded 28. Considering Brackley have only conceded 9, that is a little bit too much. Recent form sees us have 1 win, 1 loss and 3 draws. So we play Salford, who currently languish in 17th place, and as you know in recent history it tells you our live comms are not the best. We only have a history of winning 2 in all of them so far in the current series, and we're in the 3rd season. So hopefully today we can pick up a big 3 points and push ourselves back in contention for that playoff spot. We're currently 7 points off the league leaders Halifax. Okay guys, so prior to today's match against Salford away at Moor Lane, we've had 2 injuries. One to Brendan Pearson, our number 1 goalkeeper for 6 weeks, and the other to our central midfielder who's usually on the bench, Michael Richardson, for 8 weeks. So Stephen Drench comes in for his 4th game of the season, Nicholson at right back, Jordan Watson at left back, central defenders Parker and Roberts Nurse because Newbury is suspended for today, Turnbull and Storey in centre midfield, Dale, the legend who's played over 450 games for the club, complaining that he's not been playing recently due to Ben Blackman getting a nod ahead of him. He comes in, Wolfend and Charman, and the machine is back in. He's had a bit of an injury hit season, but he comes in today. On the bench, Howe, Jefferson, Blackman, Johnson and Swan. The boys have been briefed and it's game on here. Salford favourites to win today, and of course have former Blyth player Joel Castrain, who we have released in their team, Phil Airy, who we also released. They also have Danny Webber, who of course everybody knows, in their squad today. Hopefully we can get a decent result today. Push us into that playoff contender spot. Bond on the left hand side. Castrain, we know all about him. Poole is in. Castrain on the left. Pulls it back to Chandler, and Chandler puts it wide. Half a chance for Salford after 1 minute. Downey, Semple. Downey again. Bond. Playing with fire in their own box here. Storey. Turnbull. Maguire. Dale, can he cut inside? Crosses it for Storey and it's back out to Watson. Turnbull, can he get a shot? And he can, and Jay Lynch saves it, puts it over for a corner. Turnbull puts it in and Semple puts it back out for a 2nd consecutive corner. Downey, breaking away on the left hand side with pace. Roberts Nurse intercepts his pass. And it comes to nothing. 8 minutes in and 60% possession to Blyth. Downey with a corner. Webber, Poole, that was a great chance and he should really have put Salford 1-0 ahead there. I'm surprised Salford are currently sitting 17th. They've got a few decent players for this level. And Robert Dale has just come off injured. Big chance for him today. Naturally, Ben Blackman will come on. There's a big chance for Robert Dale to try and cement himself back in the squad today, but an injury, and he is an experienced player, so he shouldn't really be expecting to start every game, but I can understand when the 17-year-old is starting ahead of him. Nicholson. Poor throw, loses out to Bond. Turnbull. Storey. Wolfie. Charman. Blackman. Turnbull. Out to Watson on the left hand side, very advanced. Puts it in and it comes to nothing. Webber picks it up on the halfway line, the danger man for Salford. Bond. Castrain. Downey. And away by Watson. Polgar. Poole. And a foul from Jordan Storey. And a quite a dangerous area to put the ball into the mixer. Constrain. Bond. Blocked. And away again. Comes to nothing. 20 minutes in. Only one shot on target, that is from us. Parker. Constrain. Bond. Constrain again. Bond again. Back to the goalkeeper, Jay Lynch. Is he going to launch it long? He does. Nicholson. Blackman. Turnbull. Into Wolfie. Plays it to Charman. Charman to Maguire. And a good chance from Maguire, and saved by the goalkeeper, and out for a corner. Wolfie. Tackled, and it comes to nothing. Turnbull. Story. Parker. It comes to nothing. It's quite a tight affair. Not a great deal of clear-cut chances. None in particular so far in the opening 25 minutes. Constrain. Cosgrove straight at Drench. He was only signed because we were desperate for a backup goalkeeper, and that's the second long-term injury or couple of month injury that Pearson has had. So luckily we did bring him in. Turnbull. Blackman. Poor ball from Blackman. Webber has the ball taken off him. Blackman again on the right hand side. Back to Nicholson. Plays it long. Drops to Turnbull. Into Story. Wolfie. Turnbull. Out to Nicholson. Can he swing it in? Blackman. Into Wolfenden and straight into the arms of Lynch. The half chances are definitely falling to us. 32 minutes gone here. Watson. Blackman. Turnbull. Story. Turnbull. Maguire. Blackman. Get in there! The substitute, Ben Blackman, interest from Hibernian. I expect a further bid, gets his 6th goal of the season and his 14th goal for Blyth Spartans on his 74th appearance for the club at the tender age of 17. Very happy with that. 33 minutes gone here. At Moor Lane, and we currently lead Salford 1-0. Maguire playing okay. Blackman got a 7.2. The opposition are not really standing out. Webber with a 6.7. Cosgrove. Webber straight in the arms of Drench. Not really troubling the goalkeeper. Cosgrove. Poole. Good save by Drench. That was a shot with a lot of power there from James Poole. Formerly of Hartlepool, I believe. I may be wrong on that, but I think he's formerly of Hartlepool. Airy, from Newcastle and of course Blyth player. Goes for a cross, it goes straight in the arms of Drench, again not troubling us. We haven't played great, but they haven't really done anything to us. We're controlling possession. Just. It was a lot more controlled and higher than that percentage. Now 54, and Wolfie picks up a booking right on the stroke of half time. So I've told the boys to be a little bit more structured and focus on more their own individual game in the second half. We've went a little bit more direct, so hopefully passes from Turnbull, who is a pass master, Story, who is a really good player, and Wolfie can unlock the defence, playing a long, risk-taking ball, if you like, and hopefully gets a second goal that might seal it for us. It's only 1-0, so it's all to play for in the second 45. Turnbull. Wolfenden. Watson. Intercepted by Semple. Two Salford players currently on a booking. Semple playing alright at the back with a 7.1, and Airy, the right back, with a 6.5. They've just brought on a substitute. Johnny Hyam coming on. Andy Bond also now booked. We're going to make a substitute ourselves. Luke Charman's not playing the best. Looking a bit complacent, and Gareth Swan, who's really yet to hit the ground running in this third season. After getting that 4-month injury, seems to be affected by that. He is a young lad still. Only 17. Area on the right hand side, buckets of space to put a cross in. And he does, but Blackman does well to take the ball from Custrain. And Blackman's the reason Custrain got let go. Charman, Wolfenden! 2-0, Wolfie with his 9th goal of the season. And this episode is dedicated to him. Charman, plenty of space, his last action before he comes off. Wolfie into the far corner, goalkeeper didn't even move, buckets of space. You don't give players of his quality space to do that. 2-0 up, looking comfortable, nothing really affecting us. Playing quite well so far. Five shots out of our 7 on target. 5 half chances we've also had. Nicholson, Story, can we wrap it up? No. Hyam, Webber. If he looks on his right hand side, he's got plenty of space for Airy to run into. Former striker, Webber. Lehman. Thomas Lyman. And we've conceded a few of these goals recently. Stephen Drench, what is he doing? Poor goalkeeping there has cost us a goal. And again, it's on a knife edge now. Wolfie losing the ball with a poor pass, unlike him. Wolfie again. Maguire into Swan, and Swan that hit the post. And we're going to make our final substitution. Andre Johnson will come on for Dan Maguire. 19 minutes to go here. Hopefully we can hold out. I'm going to change it to highly structured. So hopefully everyone can just focus on their own game, not make too many mistakes. Like Danny Parker did in one of the recent games for us, in the 80+ minute. Passed the ball to the goalkeeper and it went through 1-on-1 and he buried it. And that cost us 2 points. 80th minute gone here. We're going to go to defensive, look to frustrate the opposition. 5 minutes to go. Tell the boys to tighten up. Hopefully we don't concede late on, because we do have a bad habit of doing it. Feisty affair. 4 yellows for Salford, 2 for us. 88 minutes gone. I think, without jinxing it here, we just about deserve to win this. Swan, Wolfie, Johnson. Swan loses it. Airy's playing very advanced now. Airy's in. That was a great chance. Phil Airy, the former striker, he's been moved from right back up front. I can just tell by the way their team is set up that the former striker has been moved up top, originally playing right back. They're desperate for this goal now. Swan is through and Lynch saves it. 2 minutes to go here at Moor Lane. Hopefully we can get a good away win. There's this last chance saloon here for Salford. Wolfie plays it safe back to Drench, who plays it long, stupidly potentially. Lyman, and it's out for a corner. 50 odd seconds, 40 odd seconds to go. Downey, Webber, 30 seconds to go. Come on lads. Simple. Airy. And he puts it wide. Surely that's it. Get in there. Get in. Big 3 points. And there you have it, guys. From Moor Lane, Salford 1, Blyth Spartans 2, full time. And there is the league table, guys. That currently keeps us 6th in the table, but now 4 points clear of 7th, 8th and 9th. 1 point behind 5th place Solihull and 4th place Kidderminster, and now we've gained a couple of points on top place Halifax, so we're 5 points off the top of the league with, I think, 22 games remaining, so we're almost at the halfway point and things are looking pretty steady. Okay guys, that just about wraps up episode 23. The next game we'll come back to is on, I think, the 27th of January. We've already played them in a live com, FC United, but I know they're a big club that people like to follow. So the next live com is FC United of Manchester away at Broadhurst Park on the 27th of January. Thanks for checking out Rags to Riches, and thank you for following. If you're just happening to pass by, drop a like and make sure you sub to the channel. Thanks, take care, and goodbye.